All right, continuing the conversation on the deadly attack on U.S. service members in Jordan. On Saturday, President Biden and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin have vowed the U.S. will respond, but has the president and his administration shown that they will take the necessary actions to defend the United States? I mean, they're already saying, well, we don't want to escalate. We want to make sure we keep this measured. I mean, why would you signal to your adversary that you will only go so far? I would rather keep them guessing. Joining me now to discuss this is General Jerry Boykin, Executive Vice President here at the Family Research Council. General Boykin spent the last 4 years of his 36-and-a-half-year military career serving as the Deputy Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence at the Pentagon. He was also one of the original members of the U.S. Army's Delta Force. General, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Tony. Good to be with you.
So President Biden vowed America would respond. What options should the military be considering?
Everything that we can think of that is humane. We should be looking for every opportunity and every type of, I guess you would say, every type of going after them.
Yeah. I brought this up with Congressman Waltz. Would this be an opportunity to look at their nuclear program and set it back?
Certainly it would. And you know, the question is, why haven't we done that before? Why haven't we looked at their nuclear facilities before? Why haven't we gone in there with the nuclear inspectors and done just that? You see, it was supposed to be part of the JCPOA that we had the authority to do that. And then we started backing out of it, and it went away. So,
our State Department, the Biden administration saying, well, you know, we don't want to escalate. You know, they want to use the diplomatic means to resolve this. Is there a fundamental misunderstanding of the Middle Eastern mindset? I mean, Congressman Waltz talked about it.
Yeah.
They understand strength, power, and the willingness to use it.
Indeed, they do, and you know, their religion was developed. If you go back and read about Muhammad, it was developed to control the people. So where's the spiritual angle of it? And people don't understand that. That yeah, we all serve the same God. You hear that all the time. No, we don't all serve the same God, not at all. And as a result of that, we don't understand them, and they don't understand us.
Well, I would say the we would be the predominant mindset in Foggy Bottom at the State Department.
Yeah.
The secular mindset that thinks religion is something people pay no attention to. As evangelicals, we understand the Bible actually gives direction to our lives, so therefore the Quran would give direction to those who follow the Quran.
Absolutely, no question about that. And if you read the Quran, if you just sit down and spend some time and read the Quran, it is eye-opening. I read the Quran, and it is eye-opening. It is what you see, but what you see there is that, once again, there's nothing good in that book. There's nothing good in it, and people would try to say that it's all the same God. No, it's not, and I think that's very much part of the problem here. And people that don't understand that are people like Joe Biden.
Right. Israel certainly understands the risk that Iran poses. It's an existential threat to them. Might they be the ones who respond to this rather than the United States in a decisive manner?
You know, I'll tell you, it would end a lot quicker if they would do that, but I'm not sure that that's going to be acceptable. I think that the relationships between the U.S. and all those Arab nations, and I think it would be damaged in a rather significant way. Now, that may not be a bad idea anyhow. But I would just say that this would have to be thought through, and we'd have to know exactly what we were doing before we encourage them or help them to go in and do what you're thinking right now.
I mean, if Iran is doing this now through proxies, I mean, this is they hit a military target. They hit U.S. service members. I mean, we have nearly 36 that were wounded, 3 were killed. If they'll do this now, what will they do if they have a nuclear weapon or weapons, an arsenal?
First of all, let's come to grips with the reality that they only need about 3 or 4 days to have a warhead. And so if they only need that much time, the odds are they already have the warhead. They already have it. And that's why I find it so bizarre that we don't force their hand on this. Force them to pony up and show what they have, because that's what the JCPOA says. And we haven't looked at them yet. And I just think it's time for us to get hard with them, not only in all the battle spaces that we have some influence over, but also with regards to this nuclear program.
Right.
We need to see what they have. And they've already admitted, in fact, I just heard 2 days ago, that it will take them 2 to 3 days to produce 1 nuclear warhead. That's frightening. You know what they can do with 1 nuclear warhead?
Take much.
Tell you.
General, we're out of time, but very quickly, last question. How do you see this playing out in the Middle East?
I will say this. The Israelis will not be defeated. They just simply will not be defeated. And I believe with all my heart that that is biblical. I think you're going to see a lot more bloodshed before this thing is brought to an end.
All right, got to leave it there. General Jerry Boykin, always great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.